Commander Jack Hargreaves was no stranger to the unpredictable nature of interstellar diplomacy, but nothing could have prepared him for the peculiar customs of the Zeltranze reclusive alien race known for their ethereal beauty and sharp tongues. As the representative of Earth at the Intergalactic Council held on the neutral planet of Xanadu, Jack had expected challenges, but mockery was not one he had anticipated, especially not about his weapon. The Zeltran delegation was comprised entirely of women, each more striking and formidable than the last. Their leader, High Priestess Vera, was particularly vocal. Her laughter filled the council chamber as she caught sight of the object Jack had brought with him, a device Earth's top scientists had dubbed the quantum modulator. To the untrained eye, it was merely a sleek, silver tube, hardly impressive in size or appearance. Why does the Earthling bring such a small toy to a council of warriors and scholars? Vera teased, her voice echoing melodiously around the room. Her entourage joined in the laughter, their lilting voices melding into a symphony of disdain. Jack's face remained stoic, although internally, he was seething. The quantum modulator was Earth's most advanced technological achievement, capable of manipulating matter at a molecular level. It was no mere toy, but a potent tool that, if demonstrated, could tilt the balance of power in the galaxy. Esteemed members of the Council, Jack began, his voice steady and clear, I understand your skepticism. This device may appear insignificant, but its capabilities extend far beyond its physical dimensions. Murmurs spread through the chamber as Jack lifted the modulator with a reverence that seemed to contrast sharply with its humble appearance. He aimed it at a block of inert duralinium, a metal known for its indestructibility, placed at the center of the room for demonstrations. With your permission, I will demonstrate the true power of what you call a toy, Jack said, locking eyes with Vera. Her smirk faltered slightly, curiosity piquing as she nodded for him to proceed. Jack activated the modulator. A beam of light, fine and precise, emitted from the device, striking the duralinium. The chamber fell silent, all eyes fixed on the spectacle. Within seconds, the indestructible metal began to shimmer, then visibly soften, morphing into a malleable state before settling into a complex geometric shape, the emblem of the Intergalactic Council. Gasps and whispers filled the room. Jack turned off the device and placed it back on its stand, allowing the implications of what they had just witnessed to sink in. Vera rose, her eyes no longer mocking but filled with a mix of respect and caution. It seems we have underestimated the Earthling, she conceded, her voice carrying a new tone of seriousness. Your weapon is indeed formidable, Commander Hargreaves. The rest of the council session was charged with a new energy. Discussions that had previously been tinged with condescension now took on a tone of eager collaboration. Jack's demonstration had not only silenced the doubters, but had also elevated Earth's status among the stars. As the delegates mingled after the session, Vera approached Jack, her demeanor softened. Commander, might I request a closer look at your quantum modulator? There is much we might learn from each other, she said, extending a hand in peace. Jack shook her hand, the weight of the council's eyes on them. This was the beginning of a new chapter for Earth, one filled with potential alliances and technological exchanges. And as he returned Vera's polite smile, Jack knew that the mockery he had endured was a small price to pay for the doors that had just opened. The following day, the atmosphere in the council chamber was electric with anticipation. As delegates from various galaxies streamed in, whispers of Earth's quantum modulator rippled through the air. Jack, aware of the newfound respect his demonstration had garnered, prepared for a series of technical discussions and potential alliances. High Priestess Vera, alongside her top engineers, met with Jack and Dr. Lena Roberts, the chief scientist behind the quantum modulator. The room was filled with holographic displays and various alien technologies, creating a vivid tapestry of innovation. Jack and Lena displayed the schematics of the modulator, explaining the principles of quantum manipulation it utilized. Vera listened intently, her sharp gaze occasionally flicking to the device itself. Your technology manipulates the atomic structure of materials, allowing for reconfiguration at will, she summarized, her voice tinged with both awe and a hint of envy. Such power could transform construction, warfare, even art on a scale we never imagined. Lena nodded, her eyes bright with excitement. Exactly. The applications are limitless. And with the right collaborative effort, we can ensure it's used for the advancement of all civilizations. As the meeting progressed, Jack noticed a shift in the room's dynamics. Where once there had been rivalry, now there was a budding sense of unity and excitement about shared possibilities. The Zeltrons, with their advanced aesthetic sensibilities and their own unique technologies, proposed a joint Project A planetary restoration initiative that could serve as a test bed for integrating Earth's quantum technology with Zeltron biorestorative techniques. The conversation then turned to the specifics of the treaty, with each side laying out their terms. Earth sought access to advanced Zeltron energy systems, while the Zeltrons were interested in applying the quantum modulator's capabilities to their terraforming projects. However, the negotiations were not without their tensions. A rival delegation from the warlike Kragner system viewed the emerging alliance with suspicion. Their leader, a towering figure clad in battle armor, voiced his concerns loudly. This technology could be used as a weapon, he argued, his voice booming across the chamber. How do we ensure it won't be turned against us? Jack met his gaze, understanding the fear behind the aggression. We propose an oversight committee, he suggested. Representatives from all major systems could oversee the technology's deployment, ensuring it's used ethically and responsibly. The proposal was met with nods of agreement from most of the council, though the Kragner delegate remained unconvinced. The session adjourned with agreements to draft a detailed treaty, reflecting the discussions and the proposed oversight. As the delegates filed out, Vera lingered behind, her expression thoughtful. "Commander Hargreaves," she began, her tone less formal than before, "your demonstration yesterday, it was not just a display of technology, but of courage and vision." Jack smiled, appreciating her acknowledgement. "High Priestess, I believe our two peoples have much to gain from each other. This could be the beginning of a significant partnership." Vera nodded, her eyes reflecting a galaxy of possibilities. "Indeed, Commander. Let us make sure it is a partnership that stands the test of time." As Jack left the chamber, he felt the weight of the future on his shoulders, just the future of Earth, but of the interstellar community they were striving to build. The potential was immense, and for the first time, it felt wholly within reach. In the dim light of the negotiation room, tensions brewed over the drafting of the treaty. The quantum modulator's potential was too vast to ignore, and each delegation wanted assurances against misuse. The room was a tight coil of whispered strategies and furrowed brows, illuminated intermittently by the soft glow of holographic displays. As Jack and Lena prepared for another round of discussions, an urgent message arrived from Earth. The planet's defense systems had detected an unauthorized Approach-A spacecraft of unknown origin, lurking at the edge of the solar system. The timing was uncanny, coming at a critical juncture in the treaty negotiations. Jack shared the news with the council, his announcement casting a shadow over the proceedings. This unknown entity could be a scout, testing our defenses, or worse, a precursor to an invasion, he stated, his voice steady despite the rising alarm. The Kragner delegate seized the opportunity to push his agenda. "This is precisely the danger we face with technologies like the quantum modulator. Earth itself might become a target for those wishing to seize such power." Vera, however, offered a different perspective. "Or it could be a test of our newly formed alliance," she countered, her voice calm and commanding. "How we respond to this threat could define the future of our collaborative efforts." The council agreed to send a joint task force to intercept the mysterious ship, using a combination of Zeltron and Earth technology. Jack and Vera would oversee the operation, signaling the strength of their budding alliance to the council and any potential adversaries. Aboard the flagship, a sleek vessel equipped with the latest in stealth and defensive technology, Jack and Vera watched as the unknown ship came into view, a dark, angular craft, bristling with what appeared to be weaponry. The task force remained cloaked, undetected as they gathered data. Lena, remotely assisting from Xanadu, analyzed the incoming scans. "The ship's hull is reinforced with an alloy unknown to our databases," she reported, her voice tense over the comms. "And they're powered by a form of energy that's highly efficient, possibly a form of dark energy propulsion." Vera suggested a cautious approach. We should try to communicate first. If they are hostile, it might provoke them, but it also gives us a chance to understand their intentions without escalating to conflict. Jack nodded in agreement, initiating a communication link. The response was immediate and startling. An alien face appeared on their screen, its features sharp and eyes glowing. "We are the Kralg," the alien declared, its voice a harsh modulate. "We seek the entity known as Earth." Jack responded firmly, "Earth is a protected planet under the Intergalactic Council. State your intentions clearly." The Kralg's eyes narrowed. "We have detected a surge of quantum fluctuations emanating from your sector. We come to investigate the source, as it disrupts our navigation systems." The revelation shifted the dynamic in the room. Vera turned to Jack, her expression unreadable. "Commander, the quantum modulator's testing phase, could it have been more disruptive than anticipated?" Jack pondered the implication. The technology, while revolutionary, was still largely untested on a galactic scale. If Earth's innovation was indeed causing harm, inadvertently or not, it was their responsibility to rectify it. The negotiations that followed were fraught with new urgency. The Kralg were invited to Xanadu to discuss terms a moratorium on the use of the quantum modulator until further research could ascertain its impact on the galaxy's broader ecosystems. As the Kralg ship withdrew, Jack felt the weight of leadership heavier than ever. The road ahead would require not just diplomacy and strength, but a keen awareness of the broader consequences of Earth's leap into the future. The halls of the Intergalactic Council were abuzz with the arrival of the Kralg delegation. Their ship, a sleek structure of dark metal and pulsing energy, stood as a silent sentinel above Xanadu. The Council, once merely curious about Earth's technological leap, was now deeply concerned about the ripple effects of such power. In a grand chamber, adorned with the emblems of countless civilizations, Jack and Vera faced a new kind of audience. The Kralg, towering and imposing, their skin a tapestry of metallic scales, demanded attention not just to the disruptions caused by the quantum modulator, but also to the potential violations of interstellar laws they claimed had been overlooked. "The quantum fluctuations have interfered with our navigational systems, causing irreversible damage to our fleet," the lead Kralg delegate stated, his voice resonating through the translators embedded in the chamber walls. "We require restitution and a binding agreement to halt all quantum experimentation until a full assessment is conducted." The council murmured among themselves. The implications were severe. An emergent technology from Earth had inadvertently threatened another civilization's way of life. Lena, present via a holographic link, chimed in with her analysis, her image flickering slightly with each word. "Our tests were thorough but confined to Earth's immediate space. We did not foresee effects reaching beyond our solar system," Lena explained, her tone apologetic yet firm. "We are prepared to cooperate fully to understand the extent of the disturbance and to remedy it." Negotiations stretched into hours, with breaks only for the delegates to confer privately. Jack and Vera used these pauses to strategize. Each was aware that the balance of power was delicate and the unity of their alliance was under test. A temporary resolution was proposed by Vera, showcasing her diplomatic acumen. "Let us establish a joint scientific task force, including Kralg scientists, to assess the environmental impacts. Earth will halt all further testing of the quantum modulator until this task force has concluded its investigations." The proposal was met with nods from the Earth side, but met resistance from the Kragner, who were ever wary of coalitions they were not leading. "Why should we trust Earth to comply? Their technology has already proven dangerous," grumbled the Kragner delegate. Jack addressed the council with a clear resolve. "Earth stands by its commitments. We will not only comply, but will also provide all necessary resources for the task force. The safety and well-being of all interstellar nations are our top priorities." As the session concluded, a temporary moratorium on quantum technology was in place, and the task force was sanctioned. The Kralg seemed mollified, their stern expressions softening slightly as they agreed to the terms. After the delegates dispersed, Jack and Vera walked through the corridors of the council station, their steps echoing softly. "You handled the situation with remarkable poise, Commander," Vera commented, her voice low. Jack looked over, catching a hint of the starlight reflecting in her eyes. "We're in this together, High Priestess. Whatever comes, we'll face it as allies." Their partnership, born out of necessity and hardened by crisis, was becoming the cornerstone of a new era in interstellar relations. As they parted ways, the weight of their responsibilities lingered, but so did a sense of cautious optimism. Earth had ventured into uncharted territory, and now it had to navigate the unforeseen consequences with allies by its side. The establishment of the Joint Scientific Task Force marked a pivotal moment in the galaxy's handling of emergent technologies. Under the watchful eyes of the Intergalactic Council, scientists from Earth, Zeltron, Kralg, and even the skeptical Kragner worked side by side. Their mission was clear: to fully assess the environmental and navigational impacts of the quantum modulator and to develop protocols for safe quantum experimentation. In a state-of-the-art research facility orbiting Xanadu, Jack and Vera observed as teams undertook rigorous tests and simulations. Lena, who had been appointed as the task force's lead researcher, presented their findings with a mix of excitement and caution. "Our studies confirm that the quantum fluctuations indeed extend further than anticipated," Lena reported during one of the task force's meetings. "However, we've also discovered that these fluctuations can be harnessed and mitigated using a combination of Kralg energy damping technology and Zeltron environmental shielding." The room, filled with representatives from various galactic powers, listened intently. The potential for a solution that not only resolved the issue but also incorporated multi-species technologies was a testament to what their newfound cooperation could achieve. As the task force progressed, a deeper understanding of quantum effects began to reshape the Council's approach to technology. The quantum modulator, initially seen as a threat, was now viewed as a cornerstone of a new interstellar paradigm. Vera, speaking at the Council meeting to finalize their findings, emphasized the importance of this shift. "What began as a crisis has led us to a profound collaboration. We stand on the brink of a new age in interstellar technology and diplomacy," she declared. The Kralg delegation, once wary and confrontational, expressed their endorsement of the findings. "We came seeking redress for grievances, but we leave as partners in a grander venture," the lead Kralg delegate said, his tone resonant with newfound respect. With the task force's recommendations approved, Jack and Vera signed a series of agreements on behalf of their respective worlds. These agreements laid down strict regulations for quantum technology experimentation, established a permanent interstellar technology oversight board, and initiated plans for a shared research facility. As the final session of the Council drew to a close, Jack felt a mix of relief and anticipation. The challenges they had faced were immense, but the outcomes promised a brighter future for all involved. Vera approached him as the chamber began to clear, her expression one of satisfaction and relief. "Commander Hargreaves, we have navigated through stormy skies to clearer stars," she remarked, her tone warm. Jack smiled, his thoughts on the road ahead. "Indeed, High Priestess. It seems we are at the start of something truly great, a union of different worlds, not just in technology but in spirit." The delegates departed from Xanadu with a sense of accomplishment. The crisis had not only been averted, but had become a catalyst for unity and innovation. As their ships dispersed across the starlit expanse of space, each carried a spark of the potential that had been ignited, a testament to the power of cooperation and understanding in the face of the unknown.